Man, I'm about to get rich.
What up? What up? What's poppin'? Shout out to Tony M. Shout out to Sharp. Shout out to James Jordan. And shit. Shout out to Real Playa. Even though that's double worlds in disguise. But shout out to everybody tuning in. We're back. We're back after a 2-day hiatus. So I said, let's go live for 5 hours today. Shit, 5-hour live incoming. Kevin from Chicago says, hey, Soldier, what's poppin', homie? What's poppin', Kevin? What's poppin'? Shout out to everybody tuning in, though. Make sure you guys are running up the likes on the stream as you're joining. If you have not ran up the likes yet, please do so. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. Make sure you boys are subscribing if you're not subscribed. One more time, run up the likes on the stream before we get started. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. Who's Double Worlds? 5 hours is absurd. Space Kid, should I not do 5 hours then? Space Kid, should I just do it like an hour and a half, homie? What you think? What you think, Space? 5 hours absurd. Should we just do an hour and a half? You let me know, Space. You let me know, homie. I don't want to overdo it now. So you let me know. Should we do 5 hours or not? Shout out to Perfecto. What up, homie? Sharp says no, but for real. No, for real, but respect the grind. Thank you, Sharp. Much appreciated, big dog. Who's Space says, what the fuck? Space, I need the confirmation. I need the confirmation. You want me on here for 5 hours or not, homie? That's what I need to know from you. An hour and a half. All right, so Space don't want no hour and a half. Space wants the full 5. 5 hour, homie. All right, shout out. We doing 5 hours today, boys. We doing 5 hours. Although that's going to be till like 10 p.m. That's kind of crazy, huh? To be honest with you, I wanted to do the 5 hour stream starting at 3 p.m. To be honest with you. That way it ends at 8, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let's see here. Shout out Perfecto. Shout out Mike Co. Shout out Ro. Hey, I'm at work. Just wanted to stop by and say what's up. Hope you guys have a good stream. Shout out to Ro. Thank you, homie. We'll have a good stream. Tap in whenever you can. And I hope you have a good shift, homie. Let us just settle in here. I mean, to be honest, because it's a bit of a longer stream. Maybe it's a bad idea, but I do want to smoke a little Bolski before we get started. Undecided if we'll do that yet. But I know you guys are tuning in for the thumbnail, but shit, you guys are tuning in for me as well. But the thumbnail says, you know, Ian Garry gonna defeat Islam Makhachev at UFC 330. I believe that's the smoke says Space. Okay, Space. I think we will. But I believe, you know, it's the prediction has come my way. Let's just put it like that, you know. The prediction has come my way. Now, we'll get into this in a little bit. Maybe this can be a little bit of a preface. I should just really say a bunch of stuff just to get it off my chest since I haven't been live for 2 days, and then we can go through it all. So I should just start spewing shit out. But, you know, long story short, this post came across my timeline. Volkanovski arguably beat Islam already. Ian Garry is just a bigger, faster, and stronger version of Volk, yet he has no chance. I wouldn't say Ian's a bigger, faster, and stronger version of Volk, just on the simple merit that, you know, Volk is more so wrestling, less so jiu-jitsu. As far as like the other side to his game, Ian and Volk, if we're just taking them as strikers, yeah, Ian is a bigger, faster, and stronger version of Volk. But I think some of the wrestling exchanges that Volk was able to pull out of Islam, I'm not sure Ian's going to be able to pull the same wrestling exchanges out of Islam. But, you know, Ian's very tall. Ian's very light on his feet. Ian's very quick and spry. So I don't know. Islam's going to be having to cover a lot of range to get these takedowns. If you think about it, right? Because Ian Garry is the taller and longer fighter. So you got to extend you know, I'm Ian Garry. I'm Ian Garry. I'm right here. You guys know me. I'm a UFC world champion. Okay, so don't even start laughing when I start acting like with all these movements and shit. I could be a UFC world champion. I'm playing. Okay, but allow me to break this down. Ian Garry, you know, he a longer, taller version of Volk in the striking department. However, he's not as good at wrestling as Volk is. I don't think that will necessarily even matter because what Ian Garry doesn't have in the wrestling department that Volk may have possessed, I believe Ian can make up for it with his length and his youth, his quickness, his spryness, his ability to evolve still in the game. So I believe Ian's going to be standing out from afar, which means Islam is going to be basically, to make it real simple for you guys, Islam shoots from, let's just say, a foot out, right? Islam can shoot on his opponents by being a foot away from them, right? With Ian, it's going to be longer than that. You're going to have to be shooting from at least three more inches out, you know, because of how tall and lengthy Ian is. So if Islam's normal shooting range is like a 12-inch shooting range, you know, he takes a 12-inch shot per se, he's going to be shooting in on Ian Garry from like 3 inches out because he's trying to prevent himself from getting hit on the feet. You know, yeah, it sounds good stand in front of Ian at regular striking range that he does with all of his other opponents. The only difference is Ian's a taller and longer fighter, and you can't stand at that same range that you're comfortable getting takedowns. So just understand that, you know, this is a bit of a I'm evolving off of Mr. Blind Bear here. You know, Blind Bear, he had the right ideas pretty much. He put together a nice compilation. But I just wanted to explain the wrestling aspect of things because when I first read this, I'm like, Ian doesn't really have the wrestling of a Volk. So like Ian might still be able to get taken down by Islam, which would make the fight not even comparable, right? But I'm saying, you know, upon further thought, I thought about it a little bit more and I said, you know what? I think Ian has the ability to prevent Islam from taking him down, at least to make it hard on Islam to take him down. I think he's got that ability. So I'm picking Ian to beat Islam, man. I'm picking Ian to beat Islam. And if you guys think I'm capping, okay, I did a bit of foreshadowing already. Okay, I did a bit of foreshadowing already. We clipped this off. This is posted 7 days ago. All right, so Mr. Blind Bear, he posted this like an hour ago. June 30th, 10 a.m. Anyway, you know, I posted this 7 days ago. Caption the post, Ian Garry is going to dethrone Islam Makhachev, isn't he? Isn't he? So I don't want to hear it. I've been feeling this already. This ain't no, I ain't hopping on nobody's take. I've been feeling like Islam's going to dethrone Ian Garry, or I've been feeling like Ian's going to dethrone Islam. I made this clip from an Ariel interview from last week, and it says, Ian Garry explains why he will beat Islam Makhachev on August 15th. I'm the trickiest opponent for him. I'm going to do everything I possibly can to put him unconscious and get my hand raised. If you watch this interview, Ian put it in even more context. He said, I want my Ian basically said, you'd have to rip my skin off my body and kill me. I'm not stopping. That's what Ian basically said to Ariel. And that's that is some like very descriptive shit. Ian said, you have to rip the skin off of my body and I would still probably fight. The only way I'm not fighting is if you kill me in there. You could rip the skin off of my body. You could skin me and I'm going to still fight. That's my mindset going into this one. That's what Ian Garry said, not me. You know, Ian said that shit. You could skin me. You got to kill me though, because if you skin me, I still ain't stopping. This is what I put my whole life's work into. You think I'm stopping for anything? That was the cherry on top of what I posted about this clip. But you guys want to listen to it since we're on the Ian Garry take already? Didn't think that I was going to just air out the Ian Garry take already, but I guess I did. Islam would rip the skin off his body in a one-on-one to the death. What up, Shiloh? It was harder to control Volk because he's small. Ian is taller, TBH. Yeah, but the taller fighter comes with its own set of problems. Sharp. And I think, let's put it like this, Sharp. Like the post was saying, if Volk was able to put this damage on Islam in the striking department, bro, Ian's going to put some serious paws on this dude. Ian's going to put some serious hands on this dude. I'm re-showing you guys the clip. Here, I'll put it full screen for you. But, you know, like, just consider that real quick. Watch the pause. Look at that takedown from Volk too. Look, that knee tap type, the knee tap type deal. Boom. Islam falling. You know, switching stances, just making Islam look like clownish in there. Right hand, Islam shooting in on a shot. Another right hand, stumbling back Islam. Right hand, left hook, leg kick. Islam's actually kind of mid on the striking when you put him up against an elite striker. And Ian, and this is the thing, and you know, a lot of people don't know what they're watching when it comes to MMA. Sorry to insult you guys, but you don't. And sometimes I don't either. So shit, I'll include myself in that. But right now I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And there are very few elite strikers in the sport of MMA. I think Volkanovski and Ian Garry are a couple of them. I think Volk and Ian Garry are a couple of them. I think they are some of the most elite strikers the sport has today. I would throw a Justin Gaethje into that conversation. People are going to say I'm glazing, but I would throw Joaquin Buckley into that conversation too on a pure striking level. You know, but, you know, I will say that Joaquin been a little bit inactive as of late, so it's hard to get that gauge on him right now. But when he was active, I thought he was one of the best strikers in the sport. But that point aside, Ian Garry and Volk are like the same. You know, Ian Garry and Volk are like the same. They really, I mean, if I really had to chalk it up, 3 best stand-up fighters in the game today, I think I got to go Volk, Ian, and Volk, Ian, and Gaethje. Volk, Ian, and Gaethje, and it's on a footwork thing more than anything else. I would put Gaethje and Volk above Ian Garry, though. I think Ian Garry isn't as good of a striker as Volk, but he's pretty close. I think Ian Garry's still got a little bit of learning to do, but he's right there. So, what's poppin', Franklin? Otto says, yo, what up? Hope you're having a great day, man, and everybody else too, especially you, man. Stay up. I'm doing good. Just healing from the gym. Shout out to Otto. I'm having a good day, homie, and I'm glad you're doing good as well. Make sure you be eating healthy, Otto, while you're healing up from the gym. Get that good recovery, homie. You feel me? Keep stacking them days, homie, of good work. Very underestimated. You know, 3 days of no mistakes, you would be surprised. And I'm not saying you'd be making mistakes, Otto. I'm just encouraging you. Keep putting in good work, homie. Hold yourself to the highest, you know, accountability. And you'll love the results, Otto. This is the best Scorpio matchup ever. Islam versus Garry. However, if Islam beats Garry, I want Scorpio Gaethje against Islam. Gotta cut that weight, homie. Oh, shit, okay. Bro, Gaethje versus Islam isn't all that bad, though. It's not all that bad. Now that we've seen Gaethje beat Ilia, we wanted to see Ilia versus Islam. Now I think, you know, Gaethje versus Islam isn't too far-fetched. Ian Garry knows how to use his length. Very good kicks as well. Yes, he does know how to use his length. I think that stops him from evolving, though, Sharp. You see how you got to you really got to look into this game a little bit. You know, it's deep. It's deep, Sharp. But I think that's why I rate Ian Garry below Volk and Gaethje. Because Ian Garry does have some, call it genetic gifts that allow him to squeak by with certain flaws. Can I put it like that? Versus Volkan, Gaethje, they are right there. They are the average height and size and weight for their division. Ian Garry is very big for the division. And I think that allows him to get away with defensive flaws. Ian has no right hand, though, I believe. Oh, he got a right hand, Franklin. He got a right hand. But I know he gets the narrative. He doesn't get stoppages. That's why I come to you for the info. I don't know. I got a bad memory sometimes. I got to be reminded the info. Shit, shout out to Otto. I got you, homie. I got you. We help each other out, big dog. You tune in every night. You helping me out as well. Shavkat was able to smother this guy. Islam will actually be able to find the sub. Oh, Shiloh, that is a decent point. That is a decent point. Short notice though, says Sharp. Yeah, that's true. Otto says, yeah, thanks, man. I got you, Otto. Space goes, people aren't as consistent as much as I talk to more people. Consistency is low key the key. Nah, consistency is low key the key. It is. And it's crazy because like Space Kid is saying, a lot of people aren't consistent. So like it's really hard to see what consistency like really does for you. But I'm trying to tell you guys, I wouldn't just speak out of my ass. You know, it doesn't take much. Like a lot of people wouldn't tell you the truth that like lock in for 3 fucking days and see what happens even. Like 3 days lock in. Just don't make no mistakes with whatever you're focusing on and see. You know, see. The easiest one to do is obviously just eat healthy for 3 days. No cheating, eat healthy and exercise for 3 days. And see how much you fucking change. And then imagine doing that over the course of like 2 weeks or a month. You know, you'll get a real perspective change on things. You'll kind of be like, oh damn, the guy I thought was locked in, he ain't locked in at all. You know, for the record. Bilal has better striking than Joaquin. Oh, I mean, disagree. Does Gaethje have the best walkout of all time? Potentially, Sharp. Potentially. I mean, I would say that I don't know why we rate Gaethje's over Ilia's per se, because it was, I mean, Gaethje's was cool, man. Gaethje's was cool. He had the right song. He also blacked out when he looked out into the crowd before making that big walk and shit. So Gaethje's was pretty dope. Gaethje's was pretty dope, partly because he blacked out and I was able to call it. You know, we were watching that shit live and I was like, oh shit, there's Gaethje's eyes. They just blacked. I was like, Gaethje's eyes just blacked out. He's checked out. Ilia's fucked. And it happened to be the truth. The song was the best, but I would even just like to say, bro, and then also reading the Declaration of Independence, it is pretty cool. It's pretty hard. But Gaethje's might take the cake. I'd probably say Gaethje's takes the cake over Ilia. But bro, they're both good. I like the main event walkout. I like the main event walkout, period. You know, both of them, I like their walkouts together. Ilia's was super dope too. Ilia kind of skipping out to the ring and shit. It was dope. No, Mike Perry does. Mike Perry probably does. Facts, start building good habits. Yeah, you'd be amazed. You'd be amazed. Give it a try. BBC Junior says Garry is going to pick apart Islam. It's not even funny. Then Carlos is going to clean up Ian's scraps and finish Islam inside of 3. Damn. We're going to go Protez versus Islam. That'd be tough. That'd be a tough fight. But I think Islam could get Protez down. What's up, G? Today's my one day off this week. Got a beast full body workout in. Lots of belt squats and pull-ups and just had Mexican food for dinner. Damn, good shit, Ricky. Good shit. Good shit. If we're reporting on our days, you know, or if we're reporting on our lifts, Ricky, what you think, Ricky? Does it impress you that I was shoulder pressing, you know, the barbell with the plates yesterday? I think I ran it for like 6. You know, I ran some shoulders yesterday. Loaded up them 45s on the on the barbell, standing shoulder press, like 6 with the 45s. It's not bad, Ricky. That's not bad, homie. Even if you don't want to give me credit, Ricky, that's not bad, homie. You might give me credit, Ricky. I'm just playing though. Perry, where you been? What's poppin', Tux? I've been gone for 2 days, big dog. I've been gone. I mean, I've been here, but I've just been doing my thing. Space says he's checked out. Oh, Perry, I finally quit my job today. Just thought you'd know. Hey, good shit, Space. You know how we always say that applying for a job and doing an interview is the gayest thing a man can do? Well, I'm here to tell you, all right, that quitting that job of yours is one of the manliest things a man can do. You know, that is the epitome of being a man. The epitome of being a man is stand on your morals. You know, you don't want to work at that bitch, don't work at that bitch. And shout out to Space dropping a $2 dono after quitting his fucking job. Much love, homie. And best of luck, homie. Best of luck. I know you got it, Space. I know you got a game plan. So follow the game plan, homie. That is one of the manliest things we could do as men. You know what I mean? And one of the gayest things we could do as men is apply for a job. But shit, we all got to do it sometimes. We all got to do it. So I don't look down on you, but I say that in a perspective of like, I feel gay as fuck applying for a job. And I know you do too. I know you motherfuckers do too. You don't got to let that shit feel normal. You don't got to get used to that shit if you don't want to. Ricky says standing overhead press with 135 is super impressive. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Ricky. Much love, homie. Keep up the good work, Ricky. You know you be living the good life. We all know by now. Ricky gonna be like on some lake tomorrow doing some type of activities. Playing patient, right hook. Name your favorite Beatle. I don't really listen to the Beatles, but maybe like, I don't know. Paul McCartney is the only name that comes to mind. Thanks, man. Got you, Space. Got you, homie. Just make sure, I'll only say it one more time, Space. No gaslight. Just lock in, homie. You feel me? Now's the time to lock in. You got all the time in the world. It's what you've been waiting for. That's what you've been waiting for, right, Space? Now you got all the time in the world, so make the most of it. And always remember, you know, your motivations. My best shoulder press record is when I lifted the planet for 2 weeks, but then I got bored. Interesting, Sea Blue. What do you mean lifted the planet for 2 weeks? What's the planet? Oh my goodness. John Paul and George never had jobs. Yeah, we don't fuck with it. And it's like, you know what I mean? We don't fuck with jobs. Thanks for spilling the truth behind this job stuff. We got to exit the rat race. I mean, it's true, Space. And it's like this too. Remember I told you guys this a while ago? Let's say it doesn't work out for you. Bro, you got your whole life to go work a regular fucking job if you need to. You got your whole fucking life. You do not have your whole life to pursue your passions. Who the fuck pursues their passion if we're talking about Space? No 40-year-old's going to be pursuing their passion of being a rapper. You know, you got to do that shit now. You feel me? Like, it's no question. There's no conversation. It's a pretty clear-cut answer. You want something? Shit. Don't waste your youth working some bullshit-ass job. It's pretty much a no-brainer, no? It's like a no-brainer to me. You got your whole life to work a regular job. You don't got your whole life to pursue your passions. Is there any more of a question to be had? Or should we just move on? I think we can move on. You feel me? You got your whole life to work a regular job. You don't got your whole life to pursue your passions. Let that sink in. Let that fucking sink in. Literal no-brainer, holy. I mean, it's a no-brainer, bro. But this rat race that people get in, the pressures of being like, oh, but like so-and-so, you know, makes more than me working at a restaurant. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? He works at a fucking restaurant. You know, who gives a fuck if he makes more than you? You could go do that too. And a lot of people just fucking succumb to the pressure. Their parents might be getting stressed at them. Fuck them. Fuck them. You know? Fuck them. They don't got to live in your shoes. They don't got to live in your skin, bro. Fuck them. Fuck them. And I think that's where we should just end it right there. You know, with that job talk. That's where we should end it. Now, if you got to do it, you got to do it. You know, that's a part of life as well. But, you know, that's what I'll say. That's what I'll say. You guys know the deal. Mm. Oh yeah, Space says Def gonna take this music stuff to another level. Good shit, Space. Good shit. And you know, you're gonna get better too now that you got more time. And you've been doing it while you're busy. You feel me? So now you got like, do you see like these progressions that are already gonna take place before it even happens? Like, you've been rapping since you're busy, right? Now you got more free time. You're gonna keep rapping. Obviously, it's gonna get better. So like, good shit. Good shit. And the fact that you didn't like, a lot of people will not rap or not pursue their passion while they got a regular job. The fact that you were doing that is going to help you. You got me, right? You got me on the shit. It would be gayer. It would be gayer if you're like, I just quit my job. I'm going to go make my first rap song ever. I would be like, bro, that's kind of gay. You know, it's kind of gay. Like, you never made one rap song and you're quitting your job. You feel me? But Space, I'm saying all that to say I respect your decision, big dog. Sharp says, bro, as I'm writing cover letters and submitting applications, I'm low key like, what the fuck am I doing? LMAO. Oh, well. Like I said, Sharp, I don't mean to make you feel bad, homie. So don't be feeling bad. Don't be feeling bad. I say it from experience. And we all know that I don't got a perfect life either. All right. So it's fine. It's fine. Good shit, Sharp. I'm sure you'll find a good paying job. And there's lots of good jobs out there, so I don't want to hate too much. I more so speak to the people who want to pursue a passion in life. You know, that's more so who I'm speaking to. If you want to go be a lawyer or an accountant, I totally support that as well. I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't think that's gay. I don't think that that's gay. For the record. Was working the lake yesterday, got the rodeo Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday this week. An older baddie at the gym was telling me she'll be there today. She married though, but always been nice to me. Oh shit, Ricky. She trying to get that young Ricky LaFleur. She trying to get your LaFleur, homie. She trying to get Ricky's LaFleur. Damn. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. Good shit, Ricky. Bro, for real, who's double worlds? I don't know. Man, literal no brainer. That's really good advice, Larry. I'll work those 9 to 5s when I'm old if I don't make it. I mean, come on. Oh, advice, Perry. Yeah, Ricky, isn't that good advice? Shit, you can work those 9 to 5s forever. If your passion is writing, drawing, or anything like craft related, that has no time limit. Um, it doesn't necessarily have a time limit, but again, bro, again, that's overlooking the aspect of like, just depends who you are as a human being. Like, do you want to be married and have a family and have people to look after? Because you can't be doing that when you're 40. You know, because when you got a family and a woman and kids to look after and you're 40, right? Yeah, there's no time limit for being an artist, but there's time in a day. There's time in a day, and now being a provider for your family comes first. You feel me? So like, yes, it is important that if you got a passion, no matter what it is, you pursue it when you're young. You know, it is important, no matter how you want to slice or dice it, because you have more free time when you're young. You're not tied down. You know, you don't have kids, you don't got a wife, you don't have people you have to provide for. If you want to live a shitty life and a minimalistic lifestyle and pursue your passions, the only person hurting is you. So it does matter. You know, you do want to pursue your passions young, no matter what they are. I love Prates. Are you a good rapper? If you are good, it could work. Oh, talking to Space. Space, a good rapper. We played his music on the channel. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. He knows what he's doing. I mean, he knows what he's doing. I could never make a song like Space. Let's see here. Good to see you, Perry. What up, MLE? No one has regretted working a job on their deathbed, always never chasing their passion. That's true, though. BBC Junior, that is true. What a name, though. Athletes and pop artists need to peak. Young, they do. They do. Max Energy says, day 99, baby. The streets is alive. Catch me at Kamaru Usman versus Drake is 2 weeks from now. And Connor gonna beat Max. IDC, what you say, Castro? Hit the like button before it hits you. USA for USA's new song out. Shout out to Max Energy. I think we'll play the song at the end of stream or when there's some dead time. Quitting your job is for the privileged who are rich or scrubs who live in their mom's basement. People with real bills need their jobs lined up and can't just dip. Quitting your job is for the privileged who are rich or scrubs who live in their mom's basement. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm not rich and I don't live in my mom's basement. I think that if there's a will, there's a way. You know, if there's a will, there's a way. If there's a will, there's a way, boys. I'm not going to tell you guys my will. Shit, it's too much for you guys to know about. But shit, I got will and I got a way. So shit, peep the OnlyFans. I'm just playing. But yeah, if there's a will, there's a way, bro. Like, there's plenty of ways to, you know, make a quick buck here and there. Shit, there was one point in time in my life I quit my job and I cashed out my 401k for my little like basic ass job, and I had like $1,500 for like, you know, the 401k when I cashed it out. It was like the first time I moved out of my parents' house, and I was living with my homie in an apartment. We're splitting rent, and this is how it went, because I had first moved out of my parents' house, right? So my mom was like, I'll split your rent with you to help you out, because you're still like not really making that much money. So like my rent was 1,000, and then my mom paid 500 of it. So I just like did the math in my head. I'm like, I'm gonna quit my job, cash out this 1,500 401k, and just chill for 3 months. So I mean, I guess you're gonna say I'm rich for that, but that is what I did. If there's a will, there's a way. Shit, 3 months could be all the time you need. Y'all coming to the open mat? Where at? Who is Double Worlds? Open mat is at my house. I have mats. Oh, Tuxedo goes 135 overhead press times 6 is an impressive warm up, but what's weight were the working sets? Nah, that was the working sets, Tux. That was the working set. 135 overhead times 6. That was working. I did that twice. Give me 1 second though. 1 second, boys. Let me get some water. I'm fucking dying. I'm just sapping on energy drink. Even if you're in school, yes, not space. It's not space. If you got a will, there's a way, homie. If you found a way, shit, you found yourself a way. $40-year-old rapper here. Trust me, you don't want this. Shout out to Tux for a $2 dono. Much appreciated, homie. And Tux, thank you for being a member for 3 months, big dog. Thank you for your 3 months of membership. I almost just blew right past that. But thank you for the 3 months of membership, Tux. Real player, you talk to yourself half the time. Real player has main character syndrome. Whatever. Play the song. We will. Okay, so now that we got through a lot of chats, good shit by the way on the chats. I do want to do this one real quick. I do want to do this real quick. Because I don't know. You know, you guys love it when I do this. I see a lot of people like that I talk this shit about this guy. So why not? You know, why not? It's the truth. I would be doing this whether you guys like it or not, because I don't fuck with him. Okay, Chanco, John Pork, as we like to call him. This guy's UFC debut officially been booked, right? But as I predicted, this dude not setting foot in the US because he got a case waiting. He got a case waiting. And just wait. I'm gonna roll the tape. I'm gonna roll the footage. People gonna be like, what the fuck you talking about? Yeah, blah, 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 blah. You know, I got the tape. We got the work. But yeah, Shanko, this guy won't fight in the US because he got a case waiting for him when he lands. That's what I put. But Shanko will finally make his UFC debut in Abu Dhabi on July 25th, where he takes on fellow undefeated up-and-comer Damian Respecki. I'm just saying, though, you know, Shanko, he's not fighting in the US. He's not. Somebody responded. They go, a case for what exactly? I said assault/jumping a U.S. citizen while here on a visa, then proceeded to self-snitch on himself in a red corner interview for clout. This guy goes, assaulting Dylan Dennis. He's always starting fights and provoking people. LOL, he got kicked out of UFC for life. Thanks for letting me know that. I'm aware of that. But that just adds to my point. If Dylan Dennis got banned from the UFC for life for getting jumped by Shanko, what the fuck? Then what's going to happen to Shanko? He should be banned too. He shouldn't even be having his debut. But here, let's roll the tape. Let's roll the tape. Shanko beating the shit out of Dylan Dennis. So, you know, this fucking criminal ass self-snitcher got himself his UFC debut booked in Abu Dhabi. He won't set foot in the US. He won't set foot in the US, bro. Tux, thank you for the $2 dono. Tux says 135 was your working set, bro. Up the SARMs. Well, I think maybe it's contextual. There's a little bit of context to it. Number one, it's standing overhead press with no weight belt. So, like, you know, 135 standing overhead press, pretty difficult. Can't lie. 135 standing overhead press is pretty difficult. With no weight belt is even more difficult. I don't use no enhancements. I don't use no nothing. I don't use the straps. I don't use wrist shit. You know, I don't use weight belts. I don't use shit for my knees. I don't use nothing. You feel? I don't use nothing. So the 135 standing overhead press, it is pretty hard. I mean, I don't think many people in the gym can do 135 standing overhead. Not even two, not even one, you know. But with that being said, when I'm seated, doing shoulder press seated, I mean, we could do probably like, I don't know, 160, 80s or something like that. I really don't go too heavy. I could probably go 85. I probably haven't tried 90. But yeah, like 85 seated. So that's like what, 170? So it depends the context of things. Tux says, bro, I just teasing you. All right, Tux. All right. Well, shit, you got me, homie. Come on now. You know my ego is gonna be getting called into question when it comes to the lifting. But I'm playing. I'm playing. I used to do that in my prime though before I fucked up my shoulder. Bro, the shoulder pains. I did fuck up my shoulder for a little bit, so I know how that feels. Yeah, the shoulder is no joke. The shoulder is like fucking, it glues the whole upper body together. It's kind of crazy. You can't do chest without a shoulder. You can't do back without it. But yeah, I've been trying to get some bigger shoulders if you guys are wondering. Yeah, I've been trying to get some bigger delts, trying to increase the delt size. I think we maxed out. We got pretty big chest, pretty big back. We need to max out the shoulders now. My sis 135 standing overhead. Oh yeah, Jimmy Jam. Is that the case, homie? Your sis? I don't think we played this. Here's Ian predicting his win over Islam.
I have this feeling in my heart that they know I'm the trickiest opponent for him. That's why he's calling out Patches. That's why he's calling out Morales. That's why the champion of the world, one of the most dominant athletes we've ever seen, called out Kamaru Usman to defend his world title fight against. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. He knows I'm long, I'm tall, I'm fast, I'm rangy. I understand distance management and control. And if you want to flip that into a terrible wording, then you'll say what he said. But if you want to talk about it from an elite standpoint of view, I don't get hit. Very rarely. It's never clean. It's never connected. Do you know what I mean? I'm always just out, and people don't have that success. I'm tricky on the feet. I'm tricky on the ground. I'm hard to touch. I'm hard to control. I'm hard to predict what I'm going to do. I'm hard to read. All of those are elite stand-up and grappling skills. So from my point of view, there is nobody in this division that is a trickier matchup for Islam Makhachev. I'm 6'3", I'm long, I'm tall, I'm beautiful. I know how to use my hands, my feet. I know how to stop the takedown. I stopped 15 of 17 takedowns from Shavkat and Bilal Muhammad. I know what I'm doing in this sport. But when that cage door closed on August 15th and I'm stood across from him, I'm going to go out there and do everything I possibly can to put him unconscious and get my hand raised. Because that belt is coming home to double line.
It was a pretty good promo. Tux says, don't forget your cardio and balance. Got to be a good fighter. That's what I prioritize the most, Tux. I prioritize, what kind of shape do I want to be in? Whooping ass shape. That's the type of shape I want to be in. I don't give a fuck about being as big as a bodybuilder. No, I want to be in whooping ass shape. And if I'm not in whooping ass shape, then it's not, it's not my ideal. Because I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm whooping the 225-pounder in the gym. I'm whooping on him. You look gay. That hairline is so cooked. I know it is. Shiloh, yeah. I don't know what Double Worlds be doing. Double Worlds is funny, though. So here's the new photos of Ilia's face after the beating from Gaethje. Now Ilia's still wearing sunglasses indoors. I think that's enough of an indication of the damage still on his face. He wouldn't be wearing sunglasses indoors if he didn't have to. He's not that much of an egotistical guy. But here's, his face in the fight. Here's his face 16 days removed from the stoppage loss to Justin Gaethje. Here's another angle. A lot of the swelling has gone down, but the glasses cover everything. So I would imagine his eyes are still fucked and cut up. It's Ilia's son right here. Another angle of the beatdown Ilia took from Gaethje. Just another angle of that shit. What weight class do you whoop ass at? Well, I mean, if you just want to know my weight right now, 193. 193. Should we take a look? 193 shredded. Look, on the dot. On the dot, 193 shred. Ready to go. Ready to whoop ass. Ready to whoop ass. Pull up, Parker. Ready to whoop ass. 193 looking like that. So maybe 185. You feel me? 185 sounds good to me. 185 sounds good to me. But if I eat a lot of food, I'd go to bed like 202 or something like that. Sea Blue says, update, Ilia's entire facial skeleton detached from the base of his skull. He shattered both eye sockets, his nose, cheekbones, and upper jaw, causing brain injury and cerebrospinal fluid leakage. Oh my gosh. I mean, where did you get this from, Sea Blue? Now, Gaethje and Ilia are all in the news today. We'll just kind of go like reverse chronological, actually. We are going reverse chronological because the last topic we're going to touch on maybe should have been touched on first, but it's fine. Lean as fuck. Thank you. Thank you, Pull Up Parker. I told you. You think I'm capping. I told you. We in whooping ass shape, Pull Up Parker. We in whooping ass shape. All right. And one ass I would whoop anytime, any day. Should we say it? Should we say that one ass I would whoop twice on Sunday? Shit, I think he goes by the name Ginger Society. Yeah. We whooping him. We whooping him. Twice on Sunday we whooping him. Ass whooping shape. Tell him pop the top. Tell him pop the top. I just want to see if he in ass whooping shape too. Or if he in shape to get his ass whooped, because I'm telling you, I'm in ass whooping shape. You know, I'm not in shape to get my ass whooped. I'm in ass whooping shape. He in shape to get his ass whooped. I already know without even looking. Now, if you're 193, you would need to cut to welterweight with your frame. Potentially. 6 foot 193. Potentially. I'd be a big ass welterweight. I'd be a regular sized middleweight. Real player says, read my chat. I'm not this double guy. Stop with this double worlds, double, two double. Stop, dude. Double stop. Oh my, bro. The fuck is wrong with you? Scott says, tapping in with the big stepper. I agree with you. I smell an upset with Ian Garry. He is a big boy at welterweight. Yeah. I'm sensing an upset, Scott. And I mean, if you didn't watch the beginning of the stream, just tap back in, because we did the whole breakdown to begin the stream. I got it out the way. Didn't mean to. I was trying to hold on to it, but I got it out the way early. What's poppin', Jew? Good to see you, Jew. Good to see you, big dog. So Justin Gaethje is trending on X for his sneaky jab eye poke used against Ilia Topuria and Paddy Pimblett. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Gaethje a cheater? Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. Gaethje a cheater? Come on. Say it ain't so. Gaethje straight thumbing. Gaethje straight thumbing, boys. Straight thumbing. And we are going to have to expose Gaethje real quick as being a thumbing cheat. You know, I don't listen. We can't let this shit go by. You know, no matter what. You know, I don't give a fuck that he just won the belt. You do shit like this, you a fucking cheat. All right, you a fucking cheat, bro. And Gaethje, it appears he's a cheat. He thumbing. He's straight thumbing. Play the Mac video. I will, Space Kid. I got you. Thanks for the reminder. I will definitely play that. That was good. Dundaughter says, big up, Dundaughter. What up, homie? Off topic, but do you think McGregor actually has any chance next weekend? Yes, in the first round, Scott. In the first, maybe the second round, it's over with. After that, though, if Max can make it past 1 and 2, it's over with. Conor's only chance at victory is increasing the magnitude of the fight, getting Max Holloway to crumble under the pressure when the lights turn on inside that cage, and just getting a glass chin off of pure nervousness, crumbling to the pressure. Max is the better fighter. Excuse me. Max is the better fighter, and he should win this 10 times out of 10 at this point in the game. I think that I think Conor only got a chance in like the first or the second, and it would only be due to like increasing the magnitude of the fight and Max falling to the pressure. There's no way Conor's going to out technique Max. There's no way. Conor might be able to sneak in a couple of shots. If it puts Max down, I mean, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. And I'll be pissed at Max. I won't be pissed. The Chandler fight changed him. It did, huh, you? Now he be poking people. Space says, bro, he's knocking Max's head clean off 1 to 2 rounds. Oh my gosh. Space living in this fucking fantasy world is insane to me. But shit, you do you, Space. I cannot believe you, homie. Come on, he did a poll on it already. We're not going to go over this. What was the poll? Who won? I forgot. Tux, thank you for the $2 dono, big dog. Tux says Conor has no shot. I'm sorry. He has no shot. Conor should not even aim to win. He should aim to lose gracefully. Yeah. He needs to lose without losing too much stock. He cannot win. I feel you, Tux. He needs to lose in Nate Diaz fashion. It's another world against me, and it's another world against this weight. Or it's another world against me, and it's another world at this weight. Yeah, for somebody else, but not the Samoan Max Holloway. Max is a pro. Conor was a pro. No, it really is facts. Read all my comments, by the way. I'm reading them all. Tux, I got them all. Tux, I read all your comments, big dog. You don't even got to tell me to. That hairline is so cooked. I got you, Tux. I read them all. He's not going to lay a glove on me, Joe. And even if you do, I'm going to laugh in your face. That's some... Hey, Conor going to be laughing a lot that night, Jew. And Space. Conor going to be laughing a lot that night. Space, kiddo, I'll put you down, little bro. Stop playing with me. I'm not Double Worlds, bro. Deleting comments. Real play is just like unbelievable. You can tell it's Double Worlds because he's deleting his comments. It's a dead giveaway. I think he's catching Max at a good time, but Conor wants to fight out his contract for better options. He is fighting Max at a decent time. I don't think it's going to pan out well for him, though. Conor whooping Max's ass. Damn, Tony M. Space says, let's go. Franklin says, can you shout out Mommy Sharon? Shout out Mommy Sharon. Shout out Mommy Sharon. No worries. I'm no simp. Nah, shit. We shouting out Mommy Sharon, homie. They said Gaethje and Strickland had no chance. They did. They did. So you think that relates to McGregor, Jew? Is that it? They always say, or you say that, does that relate to Max in this case? They always say power is the last thing to go in a fighter, and Max will point to the ground. Ooh, that is... I feel you on that one, Scott. Max may not want to point to the ground. Mate, Max ain't going to lay a glove on Conor. Put that on the streets, cuh. Oh, that's terrible. Conor looks so natural at 170. Looks dense and comfortable there. He does. Islam is better in the clinch. He has sambo trips, wrestling takedowns, and won't get subbed on the ground. If he mixes it up, Islam will win. Garry is long but doesn't have huge power. Islam got this. Let me read that again. Islam is better in the clinch. I would agree. He has sambo trips, yes. Wrestling takedowns. I think the sambo trips will pay out more for him than a wrestling takedown. Won't get subbed on the ground. I mean, yeah. If he mixes it up, Islam will win. Garry is long but doesn't have huge power. Islam got this. But I'm saying Islam's not going to be able to mix it up with Ian. That's what I'm saying. And I might be wrong. We'll have to keep kind of digging into this prediction. But that's going to be the X factor. Can Islam take down Ian? Because if Islam can't take down Ian, Ian's beating him on the feet. How good is Ian's wrestling defense? Because I will admit he did get taken down by Shavkat. So can Ian stop a takedown from Islam, who's a better wrestler on paper? Shavkat is a bigger wrestler though, a bigger fighter though. That's what I was trying to say about the height difference. Islam and Shavkat had the same height. Ian and Shavkat had the same height. Ian and Islam, they don't got the same height. Best boxer, you say best boxer, we gonna see. Y'all forget Conor was juicing too. He had a titanium shin bone too. No, that's true, Jew. But you think that's gonna help him or hurt him? I think that's gonna hurt him. Coming off the juice, coming off the titanium shin bone, that's gonna hurt him. Islam is going to dump Garry on his head and kiss him. How is he going to dump Garry on his head? He's going to clinch him and try to take him down there. Conor has 22 wins with 19 KOs. Don't forget. I did forget, but thank you for reminding me. Max gonna shit his little Hawaiian briefs once that Biggie start bumping. Oh my gosh, Tony M. Unreal. You missed my Kush comment. Oh, wait, I think I did read it, Tux. Yo, I'm back on the Kush. Couldn't be happier. Oh, shit. All right, Tux, thank you for the $2 dono, big dog. And thanks for letting me know I missed it. I thought I read all your donos, so I wasn't exactly going back through the donos, but good shit, good shit. I'm back on the Kush. Couldn't be happier. Wait, okay, so can we talk about this? Can we talk about this? Tux. Wait, let me get the bong in here. Wait, guys, I just be getting too excited, don't I? I be getting too excited. Before we talk about the Kush, okay, a little bit of a teaser, because I did speak about Justin Gaethje, and I do just let's do it now. You know, Justin Gaethje, I think he's a cheater a little bit.
Each other, it's crazy.
He's straight thumbing.
Each other.
Gaethje straight thumbing. He thumbed Ilia with the jab, and he thumbed Patty. And yes, this is a term. This term was I don't know what you would say when a term gets created. Oh, this term was coined in boxing, and that's why they made the thumb immobile in boxing gloves. All right. So this tactic that Gaethje's doing, it was probably taught to him by his coach Trevor Whitman, or it's something he picked up on. But this is a dirty tactic. There's no room for it in the sport. However, if you're in a street fight, this is a great tactic, and I would encourage you to use it. The only thing is that this isn't a street fight, and he's straight thumbing his opponents. Like Jew said, sneaky technique, I fuck with it. I know. Hey, but like Jew said, that Michael Chandler fight changed Gaethje. Gaethje was done with the eye pokes. Now he's the eye poker. He's not going to wait no more. He's going to fuck you over first. He don't give a fuck. You know, he'd been fucked over too many times with eye pokes. So now he's just getting it off the bat, off rip. I'm poking you. Straight thumbing you. And yeah, you know, people were responding to it on X. This guy goes, "It's so sneaky but effective, the dirty cheat." This is where the post originated, with this caption. Then somebody else was quote tweeting it. He goes, "This is elite level scumbaggery. Hard not to admire it." I mean, it is hard not to admire it, but there's no room for it. Another person goes, "If it's Cyril gone, Twitter comes crashing down." Someone else says, "Does it hit like a truck?" Yes. Is it a bit filthy? That too. I mean, it's super filthy. It's one of the dirtiest things I've seen in a minute. You know, one of the dirtiest things I've seen in a minute. Tux, thank you for the $2 dono again, homie. He says, "I think it's because I'm lifting again. Kush plus exercise." Now, Kush plus exercise is just, it's like antidepressants. It's like taking an antidepressant. Smoke a little bit of Kush, get some exercise. You basically just took a week's worth of antidepressants. And so I just want to read this to you though, because you know, here's a picture of Gaethje and his how he holds his hand, right? And this person captioned a post, and they said, "There's an old school dirty tactic which was known as thumbing, where you use the thumb with the jab or right hand and in the clinch. I'd have to look into it more, but here he's holding his thumb on the side of the fingers rather than across. Whitman might teach this, who knows? It makes sense because Justin's dirty boxing is great." Second image is an article of when they decided to make the thumb less mobile in boxing gloves, as previously the thumb was much more mobile, just like bag gloves, which allowed much easier thumbing. In old school boxing, both bare knuckle and with 5-ounce gloves, they used to eye gouge, headbutt, bite, groin shot, rabbit punch if they could. Dirty, of course, but they are good to know for street defense. A lot of these old school dirty tactics are banned because they are dangerous, so good to know. Remember, boxing in its inception was much closer to a real fight, or even an MMA fight standing. Or even an MMA fight standing, less the kicks. You might have seen headlocks, hammer fists, and more. So here's the text of like when they changed the thumbing and the gloves for boxing to prevent it, to immobilize the thumb in the boxing glove. It says, "Although thumbing is illegal in a professional fight, it has always existed, serving as a handy alternative to a left jab or a right cross. It sometimes inflicts great physical damage, especially to the eyes. Now, thumbing has caught the eye of the New York State Athletic Commission in an effort to eliminate the use of thumbs in pro fights once and for all. The commission plans to meet on September 17th to vote on a newly designed thumbless glove. If approved, the glove will become mandatory for all bouts in the state, including title fights, by as early as next month." So Gaethje a thumber, and we do need to just, you gotta condemn it. You have to condemn it. It's not cool. Gaethje wouldn't want that done to him. It's just not cool. It has to be condemned. Absolutely has to be condemned. And it's like I was telling you guys about this. We're going to smoke Kush after this, okay? So don't trip. But I was telling you guys too, man. You know, I just fucking John McCarthy. I'm about to lose my shit. Let me just calm down. Okay. It's so simple, man. We've been through this a million times. But here, I'm just gonna read the tweet. I'm just gonna read the tweet. I don't want to listen to stupid ass John McCarthy. I don't want to read it out. Okay. Let's just read out what Weasel tweeted from John McCarthy. Weasel goes, quote, he only fouled him a few times, talking about Cyril Gane's back of the head shots and Alex Pereira at UFC White House in the finishing sequence. He goes, he only fouled him a few times. Gane tried not to hit the back of the head most of the time. How does this make it okay? This shows refs don't care. Fighters should just cheat. Bro, it's so ridiculous. A foul is a foul. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. He fouled him a few times. Okay, he could have said he fouled him once, and I'd say fuck Cyril Gane. I just want to say one time to John McCarthy, suck my dick, homie, you dumb as fuck. Fuck you too. You know, it's just like, I hate these guys. And I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that I hate these guys, so I'll take that back. But it's just like, bro, you sit there looking like that, and you're going to say he only fouled him a few times. Gane tried not to hit the back of the head most of the time. It's just like, you're a fucking idiot, bro. And I don't know who made you the king. Like, oh my gosh, bro. How stupid is MMA? Honestly, how stupid is MMA? Dana said the same shit. Oh, it was only a couple. He only landed a couple. Listen, without a shadow of a doubt, there was illegal shots, right? That's what everybody wants to agree on. I'm not going to keep wasting my fucking breath, bro. There was a foul, no? Are we fucking retarded? Boys, there was a foul, no? There was a foul, no? We all agree there was a foul? So what the fuck is exactly the confusion here? In fact, John McCarthy, he's just making the tone of voice sound positive, but he's you know, convicting Gane of being a cheater himself with what he's saying. It's a foul unless my favorite fighter doing it, then he's smart and crafty. Shout out to Tony. The best defense is a great offense. Yup, true. There is. Oh, yup, true there. It was. Yeah, bro. Come on. Sink or swim. Every day I smoke, bud, and work out. Me too. If they used women's gloves, it wouldn't be an issue. So I say intentionally do it until they cough up the money for the gloves. Honestly, not a bad idea, Shiloh. Sea Blue says thumbless gloves will mess up the grappling component of MMA. It's not a good solution. Shiloh says Whitman is one of the best coaches on the planet for sure. I agree. Sea Blue says, damn, video don't lie. That is shady, but by Justin, and those are both his last two fights. Yeah. Let's have Gabe hit Dana's back of the head, or let's have Gane hit Dana's back of the head a couple times, see how he likes it. It's so annoying, bro. Weed with exercise is a whole different drug. That's what people don't understand. It is, Tux. And just a side note, it's not the main thing, but bro, I sweat less in the gym when I be faded. And it's just like way better, bro. The mind muscle connection is way better too. Way better. You also, it's an unpopular belief, but I must stand on it always. You have better cardio when you're faded. Smoke weed and do cardio and tell me it's not better. Obviously, if you're running with cotton mouth, you're going to feel tired. But aside from that, bro, trust me. Gone cheats in every fight. That's what's crazier. Yeah, he's still never been penalized. Then dude acting like he don't. I know. Okay, let's smoke some kush, no? But real quick, everybody run up the likes on the stream if you have not ran up the likes yet. Please and thank you. Run up likes on stream if you have not ran up the likes yet. Gone's chill though. Gone ain't chill, homie. Gone ain't fucking chill. Indica break for me. I'm high as fuck. Oh, shout out space. I'm about to be. Jew says, when are we gonna do something about Cyril Gane? You know, cheating in every fight. Jew, when are we gonna do something, homie? You know I've been calling on it like my life depends on it. There's been many hammer fist finishes at heavyweight and 12-6 elbows, like in Travis Brown versus Brendan Schaub. You don't want to have your head down by their waistline and not assume the ref will save you. Cope. See, Blue, that's a cope. That's a cope. Listen, the referee has one job, and the fighter has one job too, and the other fighter has one job too. Everybody do your fucking job. Just because a fighter buries his head in between your legs so he can't get hit in the back of the head doesn't give you permission to not do your fucking job. And I'm talking about Herb Dean and Cyril Gane. It starts with Cyril Gane. Okay, Cyril Gane needs to not hit the fucking back of the head because that's his job. No matter what Alex is doing, his job is to not hit the back of the head. Okay, that's just point blank period. Point blank period. And then Herb Dean, right, his job is to stop it if the back of the head does happen to get hit. Everybody do your job. Alex is the only one doing his job. And he's the one getting blamed. And I just find that so crazy. I find that so crazy. You know, Alex is doing his job. He's trying to survive. Why doesn't Cyril Gane fucking do his job and not punch to the back of the head? And if Cyril Gane doesn't want to do his job, why doesn't Herb Dean do his job and step in and say, hey, brother, like, there's zero tolerance with you. You're a cheating pussy. Where's that? And then Juice says, what about the eye pokes and nut shots? It's like, bro, like, come on, man. Come on. What? Come on, man. Like, you see how speechless I am. Damn, I need to clean my grinder. It's like hard to fucking grind this kush. I agree with you. I hate to see a fight finished with a flurry of back of the head shots, hammer fist. It's super lame. Yeah, you know. But honestly, see Blue, I do like the comment because it allows us to keep talking about it. You know, what you said a second ago with the 12-6 elbows, because these are narratives that people are putting it out there. And so I appreciate you putting it out there for me to respond to. Because like, bro, it's bullshit anyway, man. It's just bullshit anyway. Do your job. Everybody do your job, and like these guys will get punished. The problem is the referees aren't doing their job. And yes, it does start with the fighter, but you know, it's a hand in hand thing. Why would it need to start with the fighter if the referee's not going to call you on it? Hey, so speaking about being back on the cush though, if Tux is still in here, did you have any anxiety attacks when you first got back on the cush, Tux? Because that does happen. You get all self-reflective when you get back on the cush. Did that happen to you? Any of your guilty deeds come to the surface, Tux? Gone has no incentive to not keep doing it. I know. And we've been talking about this for so long, man. It seems like you guys are finally coming around. But in short, man, all I could really say is that the only incentive Gon would have to not do it is if he's been fouled over the course of time while he's been committing these fouls and fights. You know, he's done it at least 5 times, bro. And that's being nice about it. He's done it at least 5. You know, he should be on the verge of being banned from the sport for fucking with people's careers. It should be at that point already. It's not at that point because no one has even began to penalize him. And that's the disgusting thing. You know, that is the disgusting thing. Tux goes, no anxiety because I did it with exercise. Also, my conscience is clear. I got you, homie. Yeah, doing it with exercise does take away that anxiety factor, and having a clear conscience does as well. So I feel you, Tux. But you know, in the past, bro, get this one. I don't know if I shared this with chat before, but when I was young, I used to get on my mom about smoking cigarettes. I still don't like that shit either, for the record. But when I was young, I used to get on my mom's ass about smoking cigarettes. Like fucking be really upset about that shit. And then when I was in high school, I started smoking weed. When I got high for like the first or second time, I'll never forget. I was like, I'm such a hypocrite. I'm such a hypocrite. I tell my mom to not smoke cigarettes and I'm smoking weed and all that shit. So like the smallest things will get you fucking feeling bad when you're new to the kush. Coming up on the stories for the day, though, UFC's fight of the month for June is Ilia versus Gaethje. I told you today's headlines are kind of all about Ilia and Gaethje. All right. Kush break. Kush break. Okay. Um, shit. Of course, chat goes silent when I fucking do the Kush break. You guys all just staring in disbelief or what? Anyway. By the way, Perry, gas is going up tomorrow in Cali. Oh, is it? Gas been a little bit cheaper over the last couple of days. But Ilia versus Gaethje, fight of the month. People saying, you know, shit, fight of the month, fight of the year. Crazy combos in the fight. Dropping Gaethje with the left hook to the liver. You know, Gaethje forcing Ilia to shoot. Rocking him with a nasty right hand. Boom. And then here's some highlights as well. Gaethje, the thumbing cheat. Crazy. Juice says, I worked 5 10-hour shifts, had a day off, then worked 6 10-hour shifts. I have a day Thursday, then I worked another 5. I'm feeling cooked halfway through. Damn. 10-hour shifts, wish it was 6 though. Shit. Damn, 10-hour shifts. I mean, it's probably good money, right, Jew? But 10 hours is a lot. Is there overtime with 10? MMA math, Max over Justin, Volk over Max, Olives over Max, Ilia over Max, Olives, Volk equals Justin over Ilia. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, see, Blue, the MMA math was wild with that. The MMA math. It's like 60 hours a week. So you get like 20 of overtime, Jew? Or what? It's a lot of work, bro. 6 days in a row, too. 6 10-hour shifts is like what? I feel like that's a lawsuit. By the way, they added more ethanol to the gas, and people are saying it'll fuck up the car quicker. Damn. Well, I don't have no new car or anything, so it is what it is for me. I just got my fucking paid off Mustang. But yeah, fight of the month, Gaethje, Ilia. Yeah, after 40 hours, it's overtime. Then after some double time, like the last 4 hours of the work week or some shit. Okay. Yeah, you need that double pay. Absolutely need the double pay. Oh, here's the Connor promo. This is pretty good.
You talking to me? We're together. Me and you. You're talking to me? You're talking to me? You're doubting me? Now After all we've been through!
Pretty good.
You talking to me? We're together. Me and you. You're talking to me? You're talking to me? You're doubting me? After all we've been through?
It's pretty good. I like this face right here. Hang on. And hey, Franklin says $20 tip coming. Just waiting to get paid. Thank you, Franklin. Thank you, brother Franklin. I think you might have donated while I haven't been live. Let me see. Did you by chance? Yeah, you did. You did after the Fiziev Torres stream. You donated. So thank you, Franklin, for also that dono after the Fiziev Torres stream on Saturday. Thank you for the dono, homie. You know I never forget, Franklin. You know I never forget. Thank you, Franklin. Much love, homie. We on 10. LMFAO. If Dan wins his next 1 or 2 fights, would you like to see him versus Gaethje rescheduled? I wouldn't mind it, but I think Dan Hooker's really not in the. I would, to be simple, Tony. No. It would have been cool, but it's fine now. Best poly market about to create generational wealth from all the McGregor bets. I wonder how much Conor got paid for that. He's supposed to fight Gaethje when Fiziev stepped in that second fight. Yeah. This is it. This is the look right here. This is the gold money shot right here. This is the Conor McGregor money shot. Should have ended it with "It's gonna be bad." IGBBMN. That's too good. People actually coming up with an acronym now. IGBBMN is too good. Patty, a good bet too, I hear. Yeah, I see a lot of people. Shout out to Tux. He goes, "Yo, Perry, sorry, sometimes I'm not active in chat. I usually playing guitar or drawing or some shit with the stream on in the background, but it's always listening." I got you, Tux. And good shit, homie. Don't even worry. You can chat whenever you want to. You can also chill and listen. It's all good, homie. Tux says, Conor coked up in that commercial. Yeah, this is the money shot. This is the money shot right here. I think we should make a new emoji right now. A new emoji is incoming, boys. Hang on. And it's coked up Conor. Cop your membies to use the new McGregor emoji. This is what I want though. I want like a wall of screenshots. I just it's like an image I have in my head, bro. Maybe it's the artsiness in me coming out. But like these screenshots, like the DP, it's like that's a screenshot right there. Him being like, "It's gonna be bad, ma." That's a screenshot, bro. And there's so many screenshots that happen throughout the year. The Nick Diaz one where he's fucking staring at the TV. I want like a whole collage of screenshots. Ilia Topuria's face after the fight. We're going to cook something up eventually. One second. Okay, give me a second here. Which emoji should we get rid of? One of the members. Whoever members are in here, you got to let me know now, though. Should we get rid of Drew Dober, the hooded Dober? I mean, that's kind of classic, but should we keep it or get rid of it? Should we get rid of the Diddy one? Should we get rid of Strickland? Should we get rid of Keep It Buck? Should we get rid of Gaethje? Should we get rid of Baldy White? What do we think? Get rid of Strickland. That's what I was going to get rid of as well. Okay, I'm going to do that one. I'm going to get rid of Strickland for now. Okay. Coked Connor. Okay, Coked Connor emoji just dropped, boys. Coked Connor emoji just dropped. Buck emoji, 2G. The Gaethje emote, 2 new to get rid of. I got you. Yeah, Strickland, you know, the Hamzat fight's kind of like done with now, so I agree. You and me agree, Tony M. Try out the new the new emoji. Can you drop it, Tony? Drop the new emoji for us. Coked Connor emoji. Can you drop that shit in here? Dustin is part of the panel on his weekly podcast, but they didn't have it this week. Is his job still secure? Depends. To be honest, I don't even care. We'll hear about it when we do. But I do get the question, C Blue. I'm just saying personally. Personally, I don't care. But it's a valid question, I guess. Type of thing where Shannon Sharp, you know, the sexual thing came out on IG Live, and then he got basically let go of ESPN or something. Damn, I like that emoji. The coked corn emoji go hard. Why the fuck is the gym calling me? Hello? Yeah. Oh no, I didn't sign up for that. I'm happy with my membership right now. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't aware, but I could in the future, but right now I just don't really have like the money to pay for all of it up front right now, so I'd rather just stick with the monthly. Okay, thank you, you too. Bye. The fuck? The gym calling me, bro, trying to get me on. They're like, yo, pay like 2 years up front. I'm like, bro, I'm not paying 2 years up front. The fuck? I don't got 2 years up front to pay. I'll just keep paying my $40. I'm happy. I'm a happy customer. What the fuck you guys calling me for? Fruit homie reported you. He didn't want to spot my calves. If Fruit homie goes up to you, it's gonna be bad. Oh, it's gonna be bad. Dustin Poirier became black overnight, didn't he? He became a brother overnight. That's a quit. He reversed Michael Jackson. That's what they call it. Oh, this is something going on. Ryo's knockout on Zuffa Boxing over the weekend or on Sunday. Ryo dropped his opponent and then cold cocked him with another left hand while he was on the ground. So this shit's getting appealed. It went through. It was fine, but everyone's on their ass about it. And you can clearly see it lands on the end of the jaw, and his head moves because of it. He also has left. He also has he left hand planted. Has his left hand planted on the ground, holding himself up. The second shot finishes him as he was already hurt. Yeah, it's not good to do that. Someone saying it was on his chest/shoulder. Just take the loss. He will grow from this. Now I get it because he might have been able to recover, but taking that extra shot on the ground stopped him from recovering, and it did hit him in the jaw. If it did. But also there was a report from Boxing Barbecue saying De Los Santos manager Adrian Clark to appeal result of rematch against Jose Valenzuela. Valenzuela threw and landed a punch after De Los Santos was already down. Clark to file appeal Wednesday. So Ryo's win could be fraudulent. It was a solid right hook knockdown, but I mean, you can't hit them when they're already down. You got to let them take the count. There's actually more on my bookmarks. Max Holloway reacting to Dustin's arrest. Max really against drugs. I think his baby mama has an issue with it. And I think also Max's grandparents and shit, or grandmother or mother. I don't know. But, Max is not a big fan of substance abuse. I know, I can pretty much tell that. But let's listen.
Thoughts on the video, bro. I mean, no thoughts really, man. No, it's just is what it is. So his post on top of IG, and it looks like he's gonna go get some help, but it's tough, man. It's tough, and I think Dustin's gonna recover, bro. I think he'll be fine. It's sad to see, bro. Thoughts on the video, bro.
See, Max really means it when he says sad to see, because Max looks down on that shit. Max looks down on that shit. So just know when you're listening to Max's reaction, he does take this shit pretty serious. He's not like me. He doesn't find it funny. There's just two different people, right? But I mean, I'm just bringing this to you guys. This was Max's reaction. We like to see Max's reactions for these types of things, I feel like. So one more time.
I mean, no thoughts really, man. No, it's just is what it is. So his post on top of IG, and it looks like he's gonna go get some help, but it's tough, man. It's tough, and I think Dustin's gonna recover, bro. I think he'll be fine. It's sad to see, bro.
To me, it's not that sad to see. I think Dustin's fine, bro. I don't think it's a big deal. I don't know if I was able to do this. But this is some goofy shit, man. Hey, shit though. Shout out to Franklin for the $20 dono, homie. Thank you, Franklin. My man, Franklin. Much love, homie. Thank you very much, Franklin. $20 dono. I just can only say thank you because there's nothing to read. So, uh, thank you very much, Franklin. Once again, homie. Speechless, almost, homie. Speechless. Thank you, Franklin. Love you, Franklin. Big bag dropper Franklin coming through with the $20 dono. There we go. There we go. Anyway, we got to start calling him $20 Franklin. You know, $20 Franklin. All right, last one I had to say about it. But real quick, I just want to say that like this is the gay shit, bro. Stop playing into it. Fuck the noise. This is one of the most solid cats in the fight game. Watched Fightville 15 years ago and DP inspired me to fight. Made it to the UFC and been tapped in with Dustin Poirier ever since. Salute OG. It's like, who cares? Who cares? Fuck the noise. There's no noise. Like Drew said, he got no backlash. Why are we even playing up this narrative? Fuck the noise. Who's talking about Dustin like he got a serious problem? Nobody. Not even Max Holloway. There's no noise, bro. There's no Dustin Poirier is a piece of shit. That literally, that narrative has never existed ever since this thing happened. But you have a lot of people. Here's another one. And I actually like Tony Has Died. You know, I actually like Tony Has Died, but I don't know why MMA fans have to become such simps sometimes. For, you know, grown-ass men simping out for other grown-ass men. Look at this one. I like you, Tony Has Died, if you see this. But Tony Has Died. I have to troll you, bro. What you getting in your feelings about DP for? Look. Yes, the airport incident was messed up, but I don't think we should rush to call Dustin a terrible person because of one mistake. He's helped thousands of people throughout his career. It's like, bro, who's calling Dustin a terrible person? Posting a picture of him donating to charity. It's like, bro, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. IBGG, you know, IGBBM N. IGBBMN, homie. It's going to be bad if you keep typing shit like this. Tony Has Died. But Tony Has Died says, I rarely ask for you guys to like and repost, but I'll ask now. When I met Dustin Poirier in person in 2023, it's always when they meet him in person, their heartstrings just flutter for him. He was one of the nicest celebrities I've ever met. He signed something for me when the security was trying to get the line moving behind me, and I had a short conversation with him because my mom was from right down the road where he's from. I'm just some random guy to Dustin, but he had a convo with me. This guy has helped the MMA community and his own community so much and put his life on the line for our entertainment. People have missteps, bro. All he did was get rowdy at an airport. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise that nobody got hurt from him. Just wanted to show some love to my favorite fighter of all time. It's like, oh my gosh, the simpness in this is crazy. It's crazy, bro. It's actually makes me want to vomit. You know, there's nothing wrong. Why are we crying? Please don't call Dustin Poirier a bad guy, a terrible person, bro. Who cares? Provided almost 300,000 worth of meals from the Good Fight Foundation. Helping out local community. Yeah, it's cool, bro. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong with fucking DP. Nothing's wrong with DP. Nobody calls him a terrible person. It's just like people created this narrative out of nowhere. I just had to get that off my chest, though, because that was bothering me. Look at Dustin's little face. Phil, the representative of blacks worldwide. Shit. Don't let him catch you in AF1s, Tony. God forbid he catches you in AF1s. C-Blue says, I've been mad drunk plenty of times, but never got kicked off a plane or challenged authorities with tasers and guns to fisticuffs. You would think a 20-year-old vet or fighting would be more self-secure. I mean, that was kind of crazy, C-Blue. Obviously, fake, nice guy, swamp trash personality. Oh my gosh. It ain't that serious, C-Blue. Feel like that post is more for Dustin than the backlash. Dustin really down in the dump from this incident. Bro, what? Dustin doesn't need to read a fucking post like that. But I got you, Tony M. Sadie says, hello, everyone. What up, Sadie? Cebu says, and he likes to KO and hurt regular guys and training partners at the gym because his ego is so fragile. Who? Really? He could have died I made a simp post about Poirier. What if Tony M was actually Tony has died? I would just have to say I'm sorry, but I still love you. I would say I'm sorry, but I still love you. Tux, or shit, Juice says IGBBMN. It's gonna be bad. Tux says, never stop streaming, bro. I will never stop streaming, Tux. You have my word, big homie Tux. And thank you for the $2 dono. I will never stop streaming, Tux. Because you said not to, Tux, I will never stop streaming, homie. All the members, for the one time, drop the Conor McGregor, drop the coked McGregor emojis in the chat, please. You know, for the one-time members, can we spam the coked Conor emojis for the one time? You know I rarely call on that. Colby called out DP over and over, but Dustin didn't want that smoke. Didn't fight. Cebu, you don't fuck with DP, huh? It's not even about fucking with anybody, you know. DP is DP to me. I don't necessarily like him. I don't necessarily hate him. I don't know him, you know. We could watch some Ark Insanity if you guys want. Yeah. Shout out to you boys dropping the coked McGregor emojis in the chat. Tux goes, life gets hard. All the members here for each other. Shout out to Tux. Thank you for the $2 dono, homie. Shit, all the viewers here for each other. You know, we got a good community going on over here, so I do love it. But yeah, shout out to all the members. Even more exclusive community, especially when we be locking in for our members only live streams and shit. Much more intimate, is it not, boys? Much more intimate in the members only. Shout out Otto and Tony for dropping the coked McGregor emojis, though. You agree with Max about not wrestling in high school? I understand what Max is saying, Tony. What I wrestled in high school and I wore the singlet, but when I first put that singlet on, we were all laughing. We're all like, yo, what the fuck is this? But like, I didn't even see it coming. Like I had signed up for wrestling and then I, you know, put on the singlet and I was like, damn. I was already in there. No way Gary beats Islam. I think Gary beats Islam, Jack. Otto says, yeah, it is. Yeah, the members only live streams are more intimate. Ray J fighting Orlando Brown. Is he really? Bro, Ray J can't fight. He almost died. Wait, you guys want to see the sunset that I caught the other day? Shit, we don't got... We're just live for a long time today, so let me show you guys the sunset I caught the other day. I'm going to show you guys the sunset I caught the other day. This was on Sunday. What you guys think? It's a big ass wave. Yeah. You guys like it or what? Little sunset. Nice little sunset. No one got nothing to say. That's okay. But that was the nice sunset. Ark Insanity. It's gonna be bad. Sea Blue says sunset at the beach is magical. It is magical, isn't it? Beautiful and chilling spot. Nice video. Thank you, Otto. Much love to you, boys. It is magical. My bad, my bad, my bad.
I've got a dozen something UFC fights, and every time you fight, they give you these clothes. Uh, the giveaway is going to be on July 4th. It's just going to be for one random member. We're just going to put all the members' names. I think there's 20 something right now. We're going to put your names in a bag, and we just draw it out. Boom, giveaway. And it's a shirt, multiple shirts, actually. Here's a video of it. That shirt is the most special one because I wore it to the weigh-ins. I cut the sleeves off, modified it for you. It's tactical now. I'm also going to sign that shirt because it was my favorite thing in the whole box. I'm going to sign it with the silver Sharpie for you. There's also a long sleeve shirt next to it. It's like a Under Armour workout shirt. Hey, those are the undies I fought in, and I didn't wash them either. So when you get them, Just know if you're going to display them or whatever, you don't have to wash them. But if you're going to wear them, I would definitely wash them. There's also 2 other clean undies underneath those. They're red and blue camo. So 3 pairs of undies. Pretty cool. One more shirt to the left of that. It's a, I'm sorry, there's actually 2 more shirts. One's short sleeve stretchy, one is long sleeve, more kind of like polyester / cotton mixed. I do like the long sleeve shirts. They are very nice. And then there's these things, I guess they call them spats these days. You know what? On a cold day, I will wear those under my jeans. I'll wear whatchamacallit, skitties. Some of them long skitties, and then I'll put some of those over them skitties. And then I'll put some jeans on if it's real cold. But those are nice. And there's 2 pairs of gym shorts. And the gym shorts have the pockets in them. And all of this stuff is the Venom, which sponsors the UFC. So all this is Venom gear. And all you got to do to win the giveaway is just be a member. So if you have a membership, you might win the giveaway. And if you don't win this giveaway, you might win the next one. We're going to frequently do giveaways because we're so appreciative to have y'all tuning in. Also, by becoming a member, you get to see all sorts of stuff. There's Arc and Tales. That's one of my favorite categories. Fakest to fake news. There's some fishing, hunting coming up. All sorts of stuff, really. So thank y'all for tuning in, and I appreciate you. So on June 6th, I fought. It was an awesome fight. Very, very credible opponent. Actually, the opponent, Santiago Luna, was undefeated. Ended up getting a victory with a arm triangle in the 3rd round. I'm really happy to get a finish. It's been a little while since I had a finish, it feels like.
Sorry to change the beat, but I did want to go over something. Wait, first off, this is just a crazy wave. Shit. We bring in the beach vibes to the stream today, aren't we? This is a crazy wave. We're gonna watch this twice. Little pop shove it on the wave. Crazy. One more. Watch the pop shove it. Boom. Bro, is at like 50 miles an hour right there. That's crazy. Gaethje dirty. Bro, still healing.
My man.
That's it, brother. You get all
From LAX, bro.
That's right, brother. I got my survival gear. If it starts raining, I throw up my tarp, start my fire.
Hey, man.
And somebody tries to rape me, dude. The thing about fouls is they work, so fight clean.
Guys, the news is out. Ethan.
That is super underrated, this video.
The thing about fouls is they work, so fight clean.
Guys, Guys, the news is out. Ethan Ewing has pulled out due to injury. Nothing against him. I wish him well. I wish him a speedy recovery. My focus was always to get a win on July 11th. It was never personal with Ethan Ewing. Now that he's out, they're looking for a replacement right now as we speak. And I'm focused. I'm 11 days out. Everything stays the same. The plan doesn't change. I go out there July 11th in T-Mobile Arena in front of millions of people around the world, and I go and have the best performance of my life. And nothing's changed. I'm staying focused. And tune in, guys. 16-0 and still undefeated.
Yeah, so shout out to I Am Saturday. My man Saturday popping in the chat says, bro, I actually did the same thing in my wheelchair. Homie be hitting that pop, shove it on the wheelchair is crazy work. But shout out Saturday. Good to see you in here, homie. Let's link up. Let's link up for the McGregor card next week. How about that, Saturday? If you got some time. McGregor card on the 11th. So let's link up for it next week. After 4th of July, let's link up Saturday, following week. Good to see you, homie. Hope all is well. But yeah, Fareed Basharat, his opponent, we all know, Ethan Ewing, fell out. This was a great fight, though. But Ethan got some type of injury, so, you know, if you guys aren't aware of that, Ethan Ewing, local boy, you know, OC zone, Ethan Ewing out of his fight with Fareed, but I'm sure he'll be back. Fareed going to stay on the card looking for a new opponent. Say less, lock it in. Shit. Let's lock it in Saturday. We'll be in touch, homie. I got another funny ass video though. Shout out Charles Johnson, baby.
Hey, keep me on the block, block. Hey, keep me on the block. Hey, keep me on the block, block, baby, what? Keep me on the block, block.
Anyway. Saturday says, I know shit went from watching free tape to this stream. That's crazy. That is kind of crazy. What's the world trying to tell you, Saturday? We got to figure that out. That's kind of crazy, though. Bros, lucky Ewing pulled out. Ewing a savage. Ewing a savage, but so is Fareed, bro. Don't sleep on Fareed. Fareed is a savage as well. There's a reason why the UFC booked that. There's a definite reason why the UFC booked that. Saturday, how would you see that fight playing with Ewing and Basharat? John Jones turned down the Chael Sonnen fight when they tried to give him a different opponent on 10 days notice. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Ricky says John Jones is a bum. Welcome to Oil Check. That was a straight ninja move. I like how that submission came out. Yeah, it was dope. Charles face they turned. LMAO feels bad, man. What does that mean? Fareed. Okay, Saturday. Yeah, people sleep on Fareed because Ethan's been doing very well. Easy money. Damn, okay. No, I like what I see from both guys. They're both really good. They're both really good, real technical. I really don't have critiques. You know, I think they're both pretty good. But Saturday thinks that there's a bit of a skill gap there. You know, he likes Fareed. Easy money, he say. That was the third Suluev stretch sub in the UFC, actually. Yes. McGregor training out OC right now. Did he check in? Homie, he did not fucking check in with me. He better hope he doesn't see me, Jew. I'm playing. My birthday twin. Ewing is very good, though. Too much too soon. I got you, Saturday. Ewing is very good. Ewing is very good. We can't let that be like, you know, swept under the rug. Ewing is good. But, you know, I like that fight. Hopefully that gets rebooked. McGregor was over at Montage Beach, though. I used to work there. Doing valet. Charles face when they turned. What does that mean? Oh, Charles Johnson. I don't know why I thought you were saying Charles. I don't know why you were. I thought you were saying Charles Oliveira. Perry, where in Cali do you live? I lived in Vista near Oceanside in 2014. I live basically, like geographically, the most name brand close spot to me is Laguna Beach. Laguna Beach is where I just showed you the sunset. So, like, you know, like Laguna. Laguna is where I live, pretty much. I don't live in Laguna, but I live just like 15 minutes inland, couple cities inland. You feel me? I'm familiar with Oceanside. I've been to the casino out there, card room and shit. McGregor gonna ride by your crib with no shirt on a beach cruiser bike. I'm gonna have like a banner on my balcony, have him come up, recreate that moment from like whatever year, 2015, 2016. So, out in the streets, they call it regular job. Lagoon, LA Goon A Beach. Oh, Laguna Beach. Yeah. Yeah, Laguna Beach. That's where I would frequent. You know, I was going to do a long stream. I mean, we can still watch this. I've worked out at the gym in San Diego a few times. I've been to Dominic Cruz's gym. Okay. I got you. You know some of those babes from that reality show? I do not know some of those babes, Sea Blue, but a lot of those babes exist. You know, the city spits out those new babes every year. There's new versions of those babes every year turning 18. Sea Blue, if you know what I mean. So, maybe not those ones. But shit, they weren't the first, they're not going to be the last.
Like, so feels great to get one, and it makes me want to do it again. I want to thank everybody that tuned in for the fight. It was a lot of work. It always is, but it was also so.
I do kind of feel like I'm just wasting time listening to the Bryce Mitchell stream. I don't think we're going to do that. Is this post going to go viral? This post is going to go viral, isn't it? 17 likes. I think it's going to end up going viral. I hope so. Oh, G used to live in Oceanside as a kid. That's pretty dope. Oceanside's kind of popular. Connor's shape 2 weeks out. Interesting. Ricky says, I'm not from California, so when I lived there, I swam in the ocean every single day. I loved it. Yeah, bro, I love the ocean, man. The beach is magical, you could say. I do love it. Nothing like catching a couple waves, you know? Nothing like it. Imagine just getting out of school, meeting the homies at the beach, you know, smoking some kush, hop in the water, catch a few waves, dip out, go home, chill. That's basically the life I led. Tux, thank you for the $2 donut, homie. He says, if Connor wins, I donate $100. Oh, shit. All right. All right. So now I'm kind of rooting for Connor, Tux. Shit. Why wouldn't I root for Connor? I'm a root for Connor. That doesn't always mean, you know, I think he's going to win. But shit, I think I might have to root for Connor now. Them ankles looking fragile. Kinda. Kinda. Go home, chill, press mute a few times. Yeah, something like that, James. Oh my God, the mute's getting to you, huh? Never really been a beach guy, but sounds chill as fuck, not gonna lie. Yeah, it's super chill, Tony, I would say. I would say it's super chill. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Now I'm just sitting around on stream. I think I'm gonna get off, to be honest. I wanted to do 5 hours, but there's nothing else. We cannot do 5 hours. So, without further ado, I think we'll end up getting off this bitch, boys. But it was good to come on here after a 2-day hiatus. Perry, I'm moving back to Cali and getting a place with you. Ricky, are we just gonna live the Chad lifestyle for a little bit? I think we would love it. Tuck says get off. What the fuck? Fucking Tux. Take it easy, boss. I feel so alone. All right, maybe I can eat a little bit of ice cream then when no one's streaming. All right, I'm gonna eat a little bit of ice cream and kick it. Let me get some ice cream. I'm just getting a little bit hungry. Do you have homies over and train north south together in your garage? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Sea Blue. Give me my Derek Lewis poster. Let me go get my fucking ice cream. If you didn't cop the 50% off or 50% off ice cream, oh my gosh. If you didn't cop the 50% off ice cream at Whole Foods, today's the last day to do so. I'm not leaving yet, Otto. But there may not be shit to say. But I'm going to sit on here and eat ice cream. Tuck says, "What's your job? I smoke bongs and eat ice cream." Tony says, "And smash my neighbor." You guys are too funny. You guys are too funny. Was Hoke versus Blaze the most entertaining heavyweight fight of all time? Maybe like top 10. Definitely top 10, Sea Blue. No one wants to run the Q&A or what? Yeah. I played COD, Tony M. I wish I had more to say. This ice cream is good. This ice cream is pretty good. I've tried a couple. The chocolate chip cookie dough French ice cream is the best. The chocolate chip cookie dough. This is the one I'm eating right now. I'm about to finish it. I don't want to glaze myself too much, but people might say, "How you how you stay shredded, homie, when you be eating pints of ice cream?" All I can really say is if you actually lock in, you could eat fucking ice cream. Who feels me? All right. If I stay on stream any longer, in the early prelims, a guy's last name is Penis and a chick's name is Wang. Read my last comment, brown guy. Ricky said, Perry, I'm moving back to Cali and getting a place with you. Is that it? Let me go live chat. Oh, Ricky says, Perry, I need you as my brown guy wingman. You will get me so much puss. Shout out to fucking Ricky. Ricky, I would get you. Shit, Ricky, I get you all the puss, Ricky. Shout out to fucking Ricky. Me and you take over the town, Ricky. JC and Ricky take over Laguna Beach. That's what Ricky looking for. What's your favorite lift? Favorite lift? I would say favorite lift is incline chest, bro. Incline chest press. Second favorite lift, probably like reverse grip lat pull downs. You know, reverse grip. Those are some really good ones. I run the pull-ups often, but I like the standing shoulder press, as you guys know. But favorite lift is gonna be, you guys know what the favorite lift is. Chest press, incline. I always had a fast metabolism. I can eat anything and hardly gain any weight. Yeah, well, it sounds like you live a pretty active lifestyle as well, Ricky, which, you know, contributes to the fast metabolism. That might be part of it as well. Nah, bro, that ice cream for bears, healthy as fuck. You gotta be eating some slop bottom shelf ice cream. Yeah, the bear ice cream is healthy as fuck, Tony. But nah, it's better. It's better than you know what I mean? Ben and Jerry's and shit. It's also half the calories. One whole pint of that is 770 calories. A whole pint of cookie dough Ben and Jerry's is like 1100. Same amount of food, half the calorie. The McGregor lift, says Tony. That is a good lift. After the weights cardio with the neighbor. Oh shit, Tony. Oh shit, homie. Tony loves it. Never forget the neighbor beef. Okay. Lately, I've been loving doing cable chest flies, chin ups, neutral grip pull ups, and behind the neck wide grip pull ups. Prison shit, homie. Behind the neck wide grip pull ups is pretty good, actually. Pretty underrated. Neutral grip pull ups, yep. Chin ups. Cable chest flies, all good. All solid workouts. I need to get me some ice cream for bear. I could just eat a pint of the Talenti for real. Yeah, I fuck with Talenti too, Tony. I fuck with Talenti. I like the sorbets are pretty good. Like the mango sorbet, bro. That shit's kind of gas. All right, all right. Seems we are winding down on the stream, so I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it, boys. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I took a couple days off, so I'll see you guys all tomorrow. All right. Peace out, everybody. Good to see you guys in here. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Talenti more slop ingredients? No. Talenti's not the worst, Tony. But it is a bit more slop. But it's not the worst. I mean, Ben & Jerry's way worse. And Talenti, I'd say is like a step above in healthiness, if you will. Bear used cream like 800 calories. There's better out there. Yeah. Bear ice cream like 800 calories. Yes, it is. 770. Ricky says, I did 30 days in revenue detention when I was 15, so I forever have street cred. Juvenile. Oh. Damn, good shit, Ricky. I respect it. Okay, man. See ya, Otto. Tony says, all right, see ya, bro. I'm watching the Mexico game. Kind of interesting. It's been getting. All right. Peace out, Tony M. Peace out, homie. Peace out, Jew. Peace out, Ricky. Peace out, Tuxedo Mask. Peace out, Franklin. Thank you for the $20 dono, homie. And thank you, Tux, for all the donos, homie. Peace out, Sea Blue. Peace out, Ricky LaFleur. Peace out, James Pond. Peace out, everybody who tuned in. Peace out, I Am Saturday. Peace out, Sadie. Shit. Peace out, everybody. Everybody who's still in here, peace out, boys. I will see you guys tomorrow. All right. Peace out, boys.